Hey everybody, my name is Jonathan Villa, and this is my assignment for Mod 1. So just a little bit about myself. I'm a seventh grade social studies teacher at Mechanicville Junior Senior High School. It's located about 3 hours north of New York City. I live in Saratoga Springs, New York. It's kind of a famous town. There's a Disney resort named after it, but there's also a really famous and the oldest horse track in the country here. So the community is, obviously heavily into horse racing. I am the JV girls soccer coach. I've coached soccer now for 6 years. I was a varsity coach before this at a different school, and now I'm the JV girls coach. And I'm also the JV baseball coach. And I pretty much coached everything else. I've coached softball. I've coached boys soccer. Like I said, I've coached basketball. So I pretty much coached everything. And my future goal, especially at Mechanicville, is to be athletic director. I really like the community where I teach. It borders the community and the school that I went to, that I graduated from, but it's a very small town. I know everybody in it. It's where my family basically grew up. They've been there since the early 1900s when they immigrated there. So it is something that I'm related to almost half the town, it feels like. So it's a really good community and somewhere I want to be. And the next step in why I'm taking all these classes is I want to be athletic director at that school. And just some of the interests I have, obviously, as an AD, I'm heavily involved in sports. I'm pretty much at every sporting event there is at the school, whether it's modified volleyball or modified softball, all the way up to varsity games. Big concert, live music fan. I golf quite a bit, especially with having summers off. I golf. And then, like I said, I'm into horse racing. My family owns horses. I've traveled the country with horse racing and stuff, to the Kentucky Derby and all that. So I'm really heavily invested and into that. So the importance of school community relations is, by keeping people involved and in the loop, you can keep those stakeholders involved and bought in. Nothing is surprising for parents of the community. And by having them buy in, they're more apt to support programs and things like that. It keeps the lines of communication open, and specifically students see educators interacting with them outside of the classroom, helping build rapport, helping them respect you within the classroom, and definitely helping your classroom management. And it just makes for a more successful school if you're outgoing, if you're open, if you're personable, as a teacher and educator and administrator, and positive students and parents and the community members are going to be more apt to support programs or building projects, as long as they know why you're making those decisions. Keep them in the loop. Don't just spring something on them. Okay, we need to build a new track. Why do we need to build a new track? All right, not just say, hey, here's money and we need this approved. So my techniques, and I don't want to hype myself up, but I just got back from Washington, D.C. I got asked to go on that field trip with the eighth graders. It was a lot of fun, and you get to hang out with the kids and stuff, and it keeps you involved with them. But my techniques are energetic and positive with my interactions, handshakes, high fives. I stand in the hallway and fist bump kids as they go by. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Call everybody by their names. I usually come up with a nickname for every kid. It could be something as simple as just adding a Y to their last name or something. But it's something simple, and builds a good rapport. I use Google Classroom and email to communicate with students. I email parents, not as much as I probably should. And then for my athletes and sports programs, text message and Twitter. I do run a Twitter account for the soccer program. But improvements, there's a little bullet point there that's messed up. But personally, when writing referrals, and I don't write a lot of them because, like I said, I do believe I have really good classroom management skills. And part of that is because I don't ever yell unless I really need to, once or twice a year, really. But I have a good rapport with a lot of students. Like I said, I don't want to say I'm their favorite teacher, but I probably am. And, I get invited on field trips and things like that because they want me to go, because we have a good relationship, and because I go to band concerts, and because I go to soccer games and basketball games and, volleyball games and track meets. But I sometimes email instead of call. And I probably should call. And then also at the same time, I think our school could become better, and our athletic program, as I want to be AD, can become better at using social media. such as Instagram and Twitter, to relay information and connect with the community. I think that's a vital tool that's not utilized by our district, and it needs to be. Same thing with Facebook. It's not used by the school, and that's where a lot of parents are. If you could have that communication on there, you'll be more apt to have parents know what's going on and want to send their kid to mechanical, because you got pictures of, a magic show going on, or UN Day going on, or something like that, that the parents can become invested and follow what their kid does on a daily basis.